Happy May, Mavericks. It's nice to be here. This is Rob Reinhold, and I cannot believe we are already to May 1st. Let's get into the market, and we're getting a little bit of that sell in May and go away kind of boring action. And look, we've been mild to moderately bullish, but we've been very clear, do not ask for your stocks to go much. The biggest news over the weekend was that First Republic Bank that was basically on death's door, they died. And they were taken over by the government, and JP Morgan came in and bought them all up. We still have banks going out of business, but JP Morgan said this is the last of it. I'm not totally sure I trust JP Morgan, but I think it shows that there are big banks out there that are willing to swoop in and grab these, which means that there's going to be less of them going out of business. We also got the April ISM manufacturing number, came in at 47.1. Remember, anything below 50 in this manufacturing number is a contraction. However, this number was better than expectations for 46. So we're getting contraction, but it's not as bad as expected. So that kind of meets the theme of the market. The economy is getting worse, but not all that quickly. So the market just keeps on kind of plugging along. As you can see here, the Dow was flat, S&P flat, NASDAQ down a tiny bit. The Russell up a tiny bit. Oil actually got hit pretty good today. The energy sector was one of the weakest sectors today. Gold flat. When you take a look at everything here, everything is saying flat. Look at the advanced decline line. About half the stocks went up, half the stocks went down. Look at the 50-day moving average line. About half the stocks are above it, about half are below it. Everything in these markets is telling you, hey, it is slightly bullish to mostly neutral. And take a look here. We are hitting up against this resistance area. And we got this big gravestone doji here. It's just telling us that we're probably going to move higher at some point over the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, but it's not with a lot of velocity. We had 2 big days, and then we hit that, and we just came right back down. If we take a look at the NASDAQ, it was doing a little bit better, and you can see we did have a little bit of a breakout, but this isn't a real convincing candle out of the breakout. Look, we're still where we were before. We're bullish, but we're not super bullish. We are mildly to moderately bullish. We take a look at the heat map. We saw some weakness in energy, saw some weakness in the regional banks. Amazon, Tesla were red. Everything else, green across the board. Healthcare is one of the sectors we like the most. It did really well. And the semiconductors did really great as well. So if we take a look at our market outlook, where we were sitting at a +2. And for the week, I'm looking at this as a +1 week. I think we drift a little higher, maybe a little lower, but I think the overall strength of the market is going to churn this market a little bit higher. I am not looking to be aggressive in any way, shape, or form. All of these seasonal patterns are against us. The market is not really ripping higher. This is time to be mostly doing neutral to slightly bullish trades, theta positive. There are a lot more bullish trades than bearish trades out there, which leads me to think that we are going to see a little bit higher movement. Here is Cinemark. I've been watching this one, waiting for this pullback off of this recent high. We had a very nice pullback, came down, hit the moving average, and rocketed higher. All right, look, this has had a big run here from 16 to 17. That's about 6 or 7%. We could get a couple of candles more to the upside. Look, I think you've got to be at around 1750 as a target. Look, there's a great opportunity to do something like a 15, 17, 15 diagonal call spread. With 1750 as your target, you're not asking it to do much. You're just asking it to not fall back down. As long as it doesn't go back down below 16, this is a really solid trade here on a diagonal call spread. So again, lots of diagonal call spreads, lots of targeted butterflies. This is another strong stock. CRM, this is Salesforce. You can see it is just gathering some steam, gathering some momentum. This is where I really like this 200 point. So diagonal call spread. Go ahead and buy that 190 or 195. Sell this Friday's 200. Bring in a little bit of credit. Look, if it just hangs out in here, we love that trade. It's a positive trade for us, and it gives us the ability to reevaluate the trade on Friday. So this is Salesforce in technology. On the sideways front, this is one I've been hunting for a while in sideways. The only question I have is it 150 or 155? That's the only question. Is it going to be here in 5 days? Is it going to be here in 5 days? Okay, I don't know. Flip a coin. But if you want to throw a bigger net here, just say, look, I think it's going to be between 140 and 160. Get your break evens a little bit bigger with a condor or a butterfly, and you can see this stock isn't going anywhere here in the natural gas sector. And then a bear, let's take a look at Etsy. Etsy is breaking down, broke down on a day where it was a really quiet day. Descending triangle. To me, this one, 95, I'm not asking things to go very far. The stock's at 96.27. I'm saying I think it's going to go to 95. I'm looking at a 95-100 bear call spread. That's going to be mostly theta, a tiny bit of delta, but mostly theta on this trade. Ultimately, bullish, but not that bullish. Mildly bullish. Don't ask for your trades to do much. Long calls, long puts don't make any sense here. Theta trades, diagonal spreads, targeted butterflies, things that are just going to work if the market just doesn't go anywhere huge. We don't really have any economic reports tomorrow. Job opens, factory orders, I don't think anyone cares, and earnings are pretty much done. I think we're going to just keep doing this in May, where we're going to have a slow grind higher, a couple freak out days here or there, but by the end of it, I could see the month of May being up 1-2% in the markets, or 0%. That's what I think we're looking for. Just don't ask for your stocks to do much. That is the market roundup. Thanks for joining me. Goodbye, everybody.